Hey there everyone, this is Drew to the U again. I'm doing my first booster box pull actually with SOI coming out. I decided to go out on game day or the release day and go get my box as soon as possible. Of course, when you buy a box, you get a promo Elusive Tormentor or another one. I don't know what the other card is. The Elusive Tormentor's artwork is actually more preferable for me actually. I'll take it out of the little protector so you can ever look at it. I like the artwork on the vampire and the mist form itself. It looks a little bit more vampiric to me, so I prefer that little bit of look. But we're just going to get started. I've already opened and removed the plastic, so we don't have to worry about all that fun stuff. I don't know if anyone's following the story so far, but it's pretty interesting. Jace following the clues of Tamio in her journal and everything else like that. So I'm actually trying a different setup with my camera. Before, what I was doing was putting my computer like right behind on the camera because it's one of those attachable ones. So I'm trying it on like a little stand, seeing if that makes a little bit of a difference, and so it does. So we're just going to kind of gloss over the commons and uncommons, you know, like normal stuff, and then kind of point out the uncommons and rares. So our first uncommon is Ground Speaker, Spectral Shepherd, Stone Quarry, and Always Watching is our first rare. That's a 3-drop enchantment. Non-token creatures you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance, which is very nice. And our first flip card is a Hinterland Logger, which is a 2/2 for 2 that turns into a 4/2 with trample if no one casts any spells. Pretty nice little werewolf. You know, I always love stuff like that kind of deal. I myself played in the original Innistrad, and I loved it. It was one of those gothic horror kind of things, and I always thought it was pretty cool to do. I'm debating whether or not to try to put music on, because I know I don't have the best voice or the best mic, so I was thinking about doing something like that. Our first uncommon is Weirding Wood, followed by a Trail of Evidence. Uldric's Kindred. Our other rare is Fortified Village. It's one of the new lands, and it enters the battlefield tapped unless you reveal a forest or a plains, and it taps for either one of those. And then our next flip card is an Avacyn's Missionaries. They're 3/3 that when they're equipped, they transform into a 4/4 that exiles a creature. Again, pretty good card. I love the flavor of all that. You know, I love how they brought the transform mechanic back into Innistrad. I mean, it was one of those things that was kind of a staple that kind of made the set for me. And my camera's acting weird. Did I hit something? Okay. Well, let's try to adjust this real quick. And it's not going to, it'll probably do it. So we have an Essence Flux, Rise of the Tides, another Uldric's Kindred, and our rare is a Silver Fur Partisan, which is a 3-drop 2/2 trample. Whenever a wolf or a werewolf you control becomes a target with instant sorcery, you put a 2/2 wolf token into the battlefield. Ooh, this is the card that I really wanted. It was Skin Invasion. It's actually a really cool enchantment. It's what makes a creature attack each turn, but if the creature dies, it turns into a 3/4 Trampler. I really love the artwork. I really love the flair. I was hoping to pull one of those during pre-release, but I never got it. And we have a double rare actually, Gare Reach Bandit, 3/2 haste for 3. But when it transforms into werewolf, whenever a werewolf enters the battlefield under control, you may transform it. So auto transform, great for tribal. I'm actually in the middle of building an EDH werewolf deck. I'm going to use Root Thar as the commander. When I finish that up, I'll probably that'll be my first commander video. I know I haven't done one yet, and I said I was, but I'm trying to figure out how to do it right without being too long-winded. So our first one comes is Geist Blast, Behind the Scenes, Pale Rider of Trostdale, and a Fevered Visions. It's a 3-drop enchantment. At the beginning of each player's instep, that player draws a card. If that player is your opponent and has 4 or more cards in the hand, it deals 2 damage to them. So it's pretty nifty. And our flip card is a Convicted Killer, which is a 2/2 for 3 that turns into a 4/4. Again, you know, a lot of werewolves and vampires transforming, gives it that flavor and everything else that I think it deserves and needs, more so or less. Our first uncommon is a Reaper of the Moonflight Silver, Runaway Carriage, Grisboon, and our rare is Falkran Gorger. It's a 1-drop 2/1 vampire that makes other vampires have Madness as their cost, and another Hinterland Logger, and we have a foil Gastoff Arsonist. Pretty nifty. 5/4 turns into a 5/6. Again, pretty cool. I like werewolves so much. When Innistrad first released, I actually ran Werewolf Tribal so long, and they weren't the strongest tribe. They still technically aren't. But I've always been a sucker for the gothic horror kind of feel and everything else like that. Our first uncommon is a Fleeting Memories. Mad Prophet, new artwork, but same card from Avacyn Restored. And we missed a uncommon, oh well. We have Avacyn's Judgment. It's a 2-drop that deals 2 damage at sorcery speed, but it has Madness of X, where it deals X damage instead. It's by amongst any number of target creatures or players. And then we have another Arsonist, and a foil Vassal of Necessity. I was about to say Narcissity. Yeah, Narcissism in green. And weird things I've been heard of. You know, but I'm kind of long-winded at times, I understand, you know. Our first uncommon is Maniac Scribe, Paranoid Parishblade, a Magnifying Glass, and Mind Rack Demon. I mean, this guy is good for 4, but honestly, I feel that Mythic slot was kind of wasted on him. And then a Solar Hunter is a 3/4 that turns into a 5/6 for our flip card. If I pull a flip card that I've already done, I'm not going to really hang out on it too much, or a foil version of anything. I guess people are like, oh, well, you should be talking about, you know, what you're hoping to pull, the rare cards, the set, the most money. I'm like, I'm really just looking for cards that are, you know, fun for me. Our first uncommon is Lightning Axe, Pick the Brain, Highland Lake, and our rare is another one of the lands, but this one's for the Swamper Mountain, for the Forbidding Ruins. Pretty fun card. I love the Cursed Witch for the flip. It's a 2/4 that spells that target her from your opponent costs 1 less, and when it dies, it transforms into a curse. Now the curse spells that target the enchant player costs 1 less, and at the beginning of that player's upkeep, they lose 1 life and you gain 1 life. I really wish they had done more with curses in this block. I really loved curses in the last one because it just made it feel more real to me, kind of deal. So, you know, just one of those things. Red Heart Ghoul. Our first uncommon is another Spectral Shepherd, Inner Struggle, Silver Strike, and we have a Gold Knight Castigator. Oh my gosh, I can't speak today. 4-drop, 4/9, Plowing Case. If a source would deal damage to you, it deals double that damage to you instead. If a source would deal damage to it, it deals double damage to it. So it's like Furnace of Wrath on itself. And we have a Neglected Heirloom. It's a 1/1 that transforms into a 3/3 if the creature is equipped to transforms, which is pretty nice, especially if you're running a tribal or the Absence Mercenaries to do a 1-drop equip, or 1-drop it and then equip it for 1, and then you exile something while getting a 5/5 first strike. You know, so that's pretty nice. I'm glad they got more synergy going. We got Barbale to Patrol, Biting Rain, the Skeleton Key, and our rare is Burn from Within. It's pretty nice rare. What it does is it deals X damage to a creature or player. If a creature will be dealt damage this way, it loses indestructibility and will be exiled instead. Breakneck Rider is a 3/3 that transforms into a 4/3 that attacking creatures you control have trample. And we actually have a Westvale Abbey, which is actually pretty nice. I know I pulled one before from my other pack, so I'm just going to kind of go over it. You tap Clerics, sacrifice 5 creatures, and turns into a 5/5 flying lifelink indestructible haste 9/7, which is just dangerous and nasty. And now that's one of the chase cards people are looking for, which is pretty nice, you know. So I have one for trade fodder, which is pretty cool. So if I need something, I can try to trade that off or sell it to get what I need, you know, stuff like that. We have an Open the Armory, Tooth Collector, Near Hearth Chaplain, and another Rattle Chain, which is a 2-drop, 2/1 flash flying when enters the battlefield. Target creature gains, spirit creature gains hexproof, and when you may cast through spells as though they have flash. And then we have a Hermit of Natter Halls. Whenever your opponent casts a spell on your turn, you draw a card. And whenever your opponent casts a spell during your turn when he's a werewolf, you draw 2 cards. So it's kind of like you get a little bit of card advantage. Oh, and a foil Near Hearth Chaplain. So far this box is pretty cool. No planeswalkers or anything, but a couple things that are pretty nifty for tribal or other stuff like that, you know. So I'm not upside down. That's pretty nifty, I guess. Gloom Widow, Corpse Trawler, Stitchwing Scab, and a Devil's Playground. 6-drop, put 4 devils into the battlefield or 1/1s, and when they die, they do 1 damage to target creature player. I may throw that on my Goblin deck. And another Skin Invasion. I love this. So this is 1/3 of the way through so far. Pretty fun. I'm going to try to speed up a little bit. That way we don't go into like dangerously long territory and people get bored. Dance with Devils, Magnifying Glass, Foul Orchard, and the Drownyard Temple. Tap 3, return from your graveyard to the battlefield, and you tap up a colorless mana. Quarried in Eldrazi decks. We have a Pious Evangel, which transforms into 2/4. Whenever a creature dies, you lose a life. Your opponent loses life and you gain life. But on that one, it's like you gain a life every time a creature enters the battlefield under your control, and you tap 2, sacrifice a permanent, and transform. And we have foil Murderous Compulsion. I don't know. Again, this is my first box, so it's taking me a little bit because I'm trying to, you know, show everything and try to be that guy that does some cool things. So we have 4 over the pages, Call the Bloodline, Elswith Illuminator, and an Altered Ego. Followed by a Kindly Strangers, and an Elusive Tormentor. Altered Ego is a 4-drop with X. It can't be countered, and enters the battlefield as a copy of something, except that it enters with additional X/1/1 counters, and I keep moving my hand, so I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I am an idiot. Kindly Stranger just destroys something, and Elusive Tormentor, as I've already shown you, was the promo card. As you can see, the difference in the artwork, I prefer this one compared to this one. I think this one's nice, but this one has a little bit more flavor for me, personally. The real thing I loved about Indestruct was the chance of double rares, or even a triple rares. You got a foil, because you got your regular rare, you got your foil rare, and then you got your flip rare, which is really cool. You know, another Corpse Trawler, Not Forgotten, Bound by Movesilver, and a Wolf Devil's Breach. It's a 5-drop 5/5. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 1. If you do, you discard a card and deals damage to a creature or planeswalker equals that card's converted mana cost. I actually pulled one of him in pre-release. He was actually pretty powerful, helped me out a lot to get through defenders and stuff like that, plus trigger my madness. That's really what it's good for. Another Gloom Widow, Stitchwing Scab, Spiteful Modus, and Ever After. Basically, return 2 creatures from your graveyard to the battlefield. Each of these creatures is a black zombie. In addition to its other colors and types, and after you cast it, it goes to the bottom of your library. Then another Cursed Witch, and a Foil Mountain. I love the foil lands. I love the lands from Innistrad. They were great artwork. They give you that creepy feel whenever you played them. Don't get me wrong, full art lands were cool from BTZ being reprinted and stuff like that. Dance with Devils, Crawling Sensation, a Foul Orchard, and a Confirmed Suspicion. Ugh. This rare. 5 mana for a counterspell and you investigate 3 times. Yay. And then here a Falkren, 2/1 that you discard cards to transform into a 3/2 with flying for 2. Again, pretty strong Madness Enabler because there's no mana cost to do it. But I mean, like I said, I enjoyed Innistrad and all that stuff. Broken Concentration, here's Machinations, Humble the Brute. Ooh, and we got Singrad, the Heron's Grace, 5/5. Humans you control and you have hexproof, and you can exile a card from your graveyard to put a human soldier into the battlefield. And then we also have Village Messengers, 1/1 with haste that turns into a 2/2 with menace for 1 drop. I love 1-drop werewolves because it's basically Oh, I cast a turn 1, you don't have any cells to cast turn 1, well, it's going to transform, and now you got to start dealing with that and start freaking out. I lost track of where I was going. Ravenous Bloodseeker, Obsessive Skinner, Sinister Concoction, and we have a Tamio's Journal. Tamio's Journal is the beginning of your upkeep, investigate, sacrifice 3 clues, and you tutor. And then we have a Daring Sleuth. I'm not going to go over him, we kind of went over him last time when I got my packs. Okay, Slimmerland. Talking to myself, being all crazy and weird. We have a Topplegeist, Tenacity, Howlpack's Resurgence, and Welcome to the Fold. It's a 4-drop sorcery, gain control target creature with toughness 2 or less. Its madness cost is paid, it's X or less, and its madness cost is 2 blue and X. So even for the same mana, you still get the same thing. And then we have Autumn Gloom, it's a 3-drop enchantment. When you have Delirium, it transforms in for 1 black. You can put a card from your top of your deck to the graveyard, and turns into a 4/4 trample with hexproof. That was actually very strong in pre-release kind of deal. If anyone is watching these, if you can give me some feedback of how I'm doing, camera quality, sound quality, I would appreciate it. We got Oppressive Skinner, Ravenous Bloodseeker, Pack Guardian, and Second Harvest. Basically, just doubles all your tokens at instant speed for 4, which is pretty strong. Forge Master is a pretty nifty werewolf. Yeah, I mean, I'm new at this, so again, I'm going to do it either way. These are cards I'm going to buy either way. It's not like I'm like, oh no, I need help. Invasion Surgery, Hope Against Hope, Inner Struggle, and Thalia's Lieutenant. 1/1 for 2 whenever it enters the battlefield. Put a 1/1 counter on each human that you control. Whenever another human enters the battlefield, she gets 1/1 counter. Pretty nifty human travel. Uninvited Geist is a funny little joke card to me, at least. Uninvited Guest, Uninvited Geist. It's got Skull for 3. It's a 2/2. When it deals damage, it transforms into Unimpeded Trespasser, which is an unblockable 3/3. Pretty nifty, pretty fun. I love stuff like that. You know, the little joke, the little things like, people are like, oh, well, Thing in the Ice, does that have something to do with Nahiri and all this other stuff? Well, actually, no. To me, it's actually a reference to The Thing, the movie, The Thing. Because when the movie starts, it was found in ice. And it just started doing all this nasty stuff. So we got Stinson Masquerade, Wildfield Scarecrow, Morak Necropod, and we got an Uldrick. Nice. Uldrick is a 4-drop 3/3 at the beginning of your upkeep. Creatures control during first strike. If you control one with first strike, the same as for double strike, hexproof, haste, indestructible, lifelink, menace, skulk, reach, trample, and digi. So that's pretty nifty. We have a Hand of Harvest, which is a 3-drop 2/2 that turns into a 1/1 equipment when it dies, and a human equipped with it gains menace. Pretty nifty little scarecrow. I don't know how well it would do in like Reaper King decks, but another scarecrow is a welcome invitation to any of those. Not Forgotten, Motives, Bound by Moose Silver, and From Under the Floorboards. 3-drop, put 3 zombies into the battlefield tapped, you gain 3 life, but has madness of 2x, where it puts X instead, and you gain X life instead. And it's 5-drop at sorcery. And then we have another killer, and a double rare. Nice. Our double rare is the Epiphany at the Drownyard. It's an X, and 1 blue. At instant speed, reveal the top X cards plus 1 of your library and separate them into 2 piles, and choose one of these piles. Put that pile in your hand, and the other in the graveyard. It's great for enabling Delirium, even if you pay it for 1 blue. So most people aren't going to let you get 1 card, but, you know, if you know you're going to get nothing, you don't care anyway, so it's just 1 blue to help kind of filter a little bit. Pick the Brain, Cult of the Waxing Mood, Ghoulsteed, and To the Slaughter. To the Slaughter is a 3-drop, target player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. If you have Delirium, they do one of both. And then we have another Solitary Hunter. We're down to our 1/3 or 2/3 of the way down. We've got how many? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11 in my hand. So, hopefully this has been fun and interesting so far. Ipath Golem, Geist Blast, Graphnel, and a Soul Swallower. 4-drop 3/3 with Trample. If it has Delirium at the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 4 more cards types, it gets 3/1 counters at your upkeep. So it's a Trampler that gets bigger and bigger each turn. It's great in a Simic deck, really, because there's so much synergy that it can do in there that it's just kind of fun. Creeping Dread, Moonlight Hunt, Ghoul Steed, and Eerie Interlude. 3-drop instant speed, exile any number of target creatures, and then return to the battlefield at the end step. And then we have Town Gossip Mongers. 1-drop, 1/1, tap an untapped creature, transforms it into a 2/3 that attacks each turn if able, and gets 1/0 for 2 mana. So it's a great little kind of aggro card. I saw it at pre-release. A lot of people were using it when they pulled it because it was a great little kind of trick on turn 1 or 2, or 2 or 3, sorry. That helped a lot of people out. Another Ipath Golem, Graphnel for Sacred Sanctuary, and a Flame Blade Angel. That's the promo card from the starter deck, which I've seen, and it is not that good of a deck. I honestly don't like it, but it's a good intro deck, I guess. It's a 6-drop 4/4 with flying. Whenever source of an opponent's control deals damage to you or planeswalk, you are a permanent you control, sorry. You may have it deal 1 damage to that source's controller. And then a Duskfall Recruiter that turns into another werewolf. Again, I'm hoping y'all all hope that in the next block they print us a Legendary Werewolf for Commander, really. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh no, well, you know, blah blah blah. I'm like, it would just be nice. Shell of Evidence, Reckless Scholar, Jiggling Fiend, and Prize Amalgam. 3-drop 3/3. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if it enters from the graveyard, or you cast it from your graveyard, return Prize Amalgam from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped at the beginning of the next instant. I love that. It's just a great card. Yes! This is a card that I really wanted, but I didn't get a pre-release. Oh, it's just so much dripping core flavor. I'm sorry. This is one of the great cards I wanted. It's called Startled Awake. It's a 4-drop sorcery. The target opponent puts the top 13 cards of their library into the graveyard. Okay? And then you can pay 5 when it's in the graveyard to return to the battlefield tapped. Now real quick, just look at that artwork. You can see it's a woman in like a weird ghost shape behind her, you know, just kind of touching her arm. It's kind of creepy. But the flip of it is a Persistent Nightmare, which is 1/1 Skulk. But whenever it deals damage to a player, you return to your hand. So you can mill 13 a lot, you know. But I just love the artwork and the creepy feel, and ooh, I like the box now. I really love the box. That Startle Wake just kind of reminded me a lot of the original horror theme. Like I said, you take a look at any of these cards and you can see even the spider just looks creepy as all anything. We have Olivia's Bloodsworn, Dissension in the Ranks, Indulgent Aristocrat, and our rare is Nephalia Moondrake, 7-drop 5/5 with flying. Whenever in the battlefield, target creature gains flying, you exile it from your graveyard for 6 to give all creatures flying. There being Gargoyle, not Goggles. Yeah. I'm an idiot. And a Foil Haunted Cloak. Pretty nifty, I like that equipment. Gives a creature Vigi, Trample, and Haste for 1 equip, you know. So, you know. But hopefully everyone so far is having fun. I heard some things in Standard game, people a little bit more down and not wanting to play as much, so I understand. Liliana's Indulgence, Woodland Stream, Murderer's Axe, and our rare is Game Trail. It's a red-green one for this, so I'm not really going to go over it too much. Another Convicted Killer, and a foil puzzle, pieces of the puzzle. Like I said, we're down to our last 5 packs. Hopefully this was fun. I mean, like I said, I was going to do this anyways. I'm trying to do something different to be a little bit more sociable. And I just skipped over everything. Haunted Cloak, Near Hearth Chaplain, Pack Guardian, and a Bygone Bishop is our rare. Whenever you cast a creature spell with a convert mana cost 3 or less, you investigate. It's 3-drop 2/3, another 100. Ooh, that is just This is a nice pack. We got Jace's Emblem first off, which is nice, but we got a foil Port Town, which is the white-blue one of all the land stuff, which is pretty nifty. I'm gonna actually take that real quick, right away, put it right in one of my deck protectors. That's why, kids, whenever you open any packs, have a deck protector handy, because you never know what you're going to pull. And if you pull something that's awesome, you want to protect it. Deck protect it. Moonlight Hunt, Compelling Deterrence, Ongoing Investigation, and the thing that I will not be able to pronounce to save my life, but it's basically the fear number 13. 4-drop enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one. Each player with exactly 13 life loses game, then each player gains 1 life, or each player with exactly 13 life loses a game, and each player loses 1 life. Pretty fun, kind of weird card, I guess. You know, kind of deal. You know, but like I said, I'm just trying to have fun and do this. You know. Ooh, sweetness. We pull a Sorin, the Grim Nemesis, another Fulcron. But 6-drop Planeswalker with 6 loyalty. So you can +1 them to reveal the top card library and put that card into your hand. Each opponent loses life equal to its rare mana cost. -X deals X damage to a creature or Planeswalker, you gain X life. And for 9, you put a number of Vampire Knights tokens into the battlefield with lifelink equal to the highest life total among all players. Awesome card. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we pulled a Planeswalker, a foil new land, and a lot of the new lands as well, so that makes the box kind of worth it. I mean, I guess value-wise, if that's what I was going for, but I'm going for more, like I said, fun stuff. Behind the scenes, Forgotten Sanctuary, Pale Rider, Cryptic Right. I've actually figured out a few ways to break this. Cryptic Right, creatures you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool for 2. Village Messenger again. Oh, sweet. This box is fun. We got a thing in the ice. Like I said, I was talking about this a little bit ago, how it's a reference to the thing, not, you know, like anything weird like that. But 4-drop or 2-drop 0/4 Defender with 4 ice counters on it. Whenever you cast it in sword sorcery, remove an ice counter. When it has none, you transform it into a 7/8 Horror Kraken that returns all non-horrors to their owner's hands. Again, pretty fun box. We got a few of the main chase cards actually without even trying or wanting them. I got what I wanted out of a couple of them, which is pretty cool. So this is last pack. We got Gisa's Bidding, Incurable Youths, Old World Mysteries, and the rare is the one from the Black Star deck, which is a 5-drop 3/3 Vampire with Flying, where you discard a card and put 2 on-1 counters on Dread Knight and another Gossip Mongers. Now, overall, I feel that this box was actually pretty worth it. Like I said, we got Thing in the Ice, Sorin, Port Town. I think we got like almost all the rare lands out of the block here. Let's see. Yeah, we got that one. Yeah, we got all but one of the enemy rare lands. And we got Westvale Abbey. And then total we got one, let's see, keep saying one, I'm an idiot. 2, 3, 4, 5 mythics. Overall, a nice box, very nice pools. I mean, like I said, Thing in the Ice, Sorin, Westvale Abbey, all the foil Port Town, fortified villages and stuff like that. It just made the box completely worth it to me. If you guys are enjoying this or if anyone's watching it, just leave some comments down below so I can see if, you know, this is something that everyone's enjoying or anyone's even caring about. Or if I can do some other stuff. Like I said, the next video I'm going to do is going to be my EDH thing. I'm going to finish trying to build my werewolves if I have the time and do that video next. So thanks for watching and hopefully you guys have a good day.